I think right now I'm beginning to understand Enzo Maresca's tricks. Remember last time I asked whether this man is into gambling or stuff like that. Because if you look at the way he set up his team, if he wants to win, this is very, very important. If Enzo Maresca wants to win game, the way he set up his team, even you watching as a fan, if you see the selection, you know that this game is in Chelsea's favor. But sometimes you will see the kind of selection that this man will put out there. And you as a fan, we know for sure that with this team that Chelsea might actually struggle against this opposition. And at the end of the day, Chelsea will either lose the game or draw. This is what has been happening. So Enzo Maresca knows exactly what he's doing. And have you noticed that whenever he is under pressure to perform, whenever his job is under question, you know, Chelsea getting linked to other managers, that he suddenly starts winning game. He has won Everton yesterday. And I can tell you for sure that Enzo Maresca will win the next 3 games. You know, take this to the bank. He's going to win the next 3 games. And after 3 games, he will begin to experiment again. So the truth is that Enzo Maresca knows his winning team. He knows the team that if he puts it out there, he can be able to win game. But he loves to experiment, you know, for perhaps the reason that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So this man knows exactly what he is doing. And this is why in my last video, I stated that Enzo Maresca is the problem of Chelsea. Chelsea do not have a bad squad. Chelsea actually had good and fantastic players. But it is left for the manager to use this player, to utilize these players to be able to, you know, begin to get results. Don't you see the way Chelsea blew away PSG against all odds? Nobody expected Chelsea to win that game. But Enzo Maresca knew his assignment, knew how he was supposed to set up his team to be able to dominate PSG. PSG that was dominating virtually every team. But he blew them away. Don't you see the way Chelsea blew away FC Barcelona comfortably? Then after that, you see the same Chelsea, the kind of, you know, performance that they put out against Arsenal, even when they are 1 man down. So at the end of the day, you look at Chelsea's performance, the same Chelsea performing against Leeds United. Then you see the same Chelsea doing almost nothing against Atlanta. Then burn them out after that or before that. Then you begin to ask yourself the question, why are they playing better against some teams and why are they playing badly against some teams? That is the question you need to ask yourself. At least a team should be consistent. I'm not saying that Chelsea must win every game. No, it's impossible. But there ought to be some level of consistency. So that even when your team loses, even when Chelsea loses, you can say, oh, they have done their best. Today is not their day. Let's move on to the next game. But that doesn't seem to be happening. It's always about Enzo Maresca's selection. It's either he decides to use Tosin and the Badiashile. And once you see those two at Chelsea's back line, there is a problem. It spells doom for Chelsea. But Enzo Maresca will use them. That's how Enzo Maresca rolls. So if he wants to win, he knows the right team to put out there to be able to win. If he doesn't want to win, if he wants to experiment, he knows the team to put out to be able to experiment. I am certain that irrespective of fatigue and whatsoever, that Chelsea players can play at least 4 straight games together. I mean, retaining that same winning team in 4 straight games. They can do that. But if one player has a fantastic game, the next game, Enzo Maresca keeps him on the bench. That's what he's been doing. Then you begin to ask yourself, does it mean that Chelsea players cannot play 2 straight games? And he's telling you about rotation. You need to rotate the team for them to keep fit and everything. So does it mean that current Chelsea players cannot play 2 straight games? 2 straight games. I'm not asking about 3 or 4 straight games. 2 straight games without Enzo Maresca having to change the lineup. So Enzo Maresca, in my opinion, knows exactly what he's doing. He did well against Everton. It was a very, very important victory, considering the fact that most people, I must say, honestly, most people, including myself, do not expect Chelsea, based on current form, to defeat Everton. Because Everton, we are equally on a better form than Chelsea going into that very game. But Enzo Maresca did it. Chelsea defeated them 2-0, keeping a clean sheet on the process. So what does that tell you? Enzo Maresca needs to stop experimenting. He needs to put out his best team to win games. If he doesn't want to risk some of these players because of injury, what he should be doing is that if you're playing these so-called small teams, what you do is to put out the players that can win you this game in the first half. Then you try to get at least 2 goals, so that in the second half you can begin to experiment with Badiashile, Tosi, whatever you want to bring in. But don't start from the beginning. Not after the opponent has scored like 1, 2, 3 goals. That is when you begin to introduce players that could have, won you the game from the beginning. So Enzo Maresca needs to be careful. Let him stop playing with us. Let him stop playing with our emotions. He should be careful. What do you think about Chelsea's performance against Everton yesterday? Please kindly leave your comment in the comment section below.